I encountered this too, because I said on Twitter that The Rock's daughter, who, I affectionately refer to as Pebbles now because of what she didn't have charisma in a promo. She didn't. And
Yeah.
then she flipped out.
She
Like
did.
flipped out. And sicked like the woke mob on me. And
Oh my God,
the
dude.
cancel pigs were all coming out and like squealing and oinking at me for like 3 days. And I'm
What
like,
happened with Ava Raine? So you said she had no charisma on the mic?
I said she did that promo in the ring with the William Regal segment on NXT, and I said, well, I guess charisma ain't hereditary.
That's all you said?
That's all I said.
Oh man, that's
and
what everyone
like
says about her. Bro, that's what everyone says about
I
her.
honestly think I am the first person in her life to have ever criticized her.
Man, come on. I swear that's everyone's criticism of her is like, oh, well, she just needs that work. She's not as charismatic as her dad. It's gotta.
And
that's what everyone says about her.
Never once did I say she's terrible. She's never gonna get better. Just that she doesn't have charisma.
Say anything nasty, dude. Like that's crazy.
I said it in a smart ass way because I'm smart ass. But
but smart ass, and then like because I remember like people like, fucking were going after you for that, and I didn't even know what was going on with that.
I have been like, Eddie Kingston is a fat shit. And no one's come after me for that. But like I say, this girl doesn't have career. Like, and people, and then you know what? And here's the problem: people that are defending me, like, do not defend me in a way that like in a way that I would not defend myself. Like they were going after her appearance. They were saying personal things about her. I do not condone that. I don't do that, and I don't condone it. Like, unless it's Eddie Kingston, because fuck him. But
oh man.
I don't like you want to comparing him to Dusty is I think the greatest insult that Dusty Rhodes has
yeah, we've talked about it on this show before, dude.
Yeah.
That's it's an insult.
That's a conversation for a whole different day. I don't want to attack people's and they're like, oh well, you made that Mr. Ed song about Aubrey Edwards, and I'm like, okay, well for one, she's a twat, and for two, I made the song to that song because her name is Aubrey Ed and it fit. I was very clear to not call her a horse in that entire thing.
Just could you imagine, like, do you remember, this is what I always think about, right? So I think about a time where, do you remember the Comedy Central roasts? The roast of Pamela Anderson.
Oh my God, those are my favorite things.
They were my favorite thing in the world, bro. Like I would be laughing so hard. Tears rolling down my eyes, my fucking dad banging on the wall in the next yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there staying up watching this on Comedy Central. All of them. I've seen them all like fucking so many times, dude. And obviously as times have gotten, more. Well, they don't even do them anymore. When was the last one? Anymore. Like 5 years ago? Like who even knows? They tried Roast Battle that worked for a little bit, whatever.
But platform to get for Jeff Ross.
Yeah, and that's what Earl Skakel told. Whatever, that's a whole other fucking story. He was like, yeah,
you can't do those roasts anymore. It just
exactly. So basically, Pamela Anderson, for instance, everyone made the joke at that roast about her pussy's like the Batcave. Tommy Lee's dick is so big that it stretched her out. Just imagine, like I don't know, dude. It's just what the joke that it was. So Aubrey Edward Horseface is the joke everyone makes. I'm so sorry, but like Cornette makes that joke. Paul London makes that joke. Her name's Aubrey Ed. Everyone's made that joke. Like
that song is the closest. That song is the closest I will ever come to making that joke.
Well, like, and if you put yourself out there, dude, like if you put yourself out there, you gotta be willing to take licks about anything. That's all I'm saying. And like Aubrey really puts herself out there, especially for a pro wrestling referee.
Too much.
Like she doesn't need to bring.
I made the comparison the other day that it's like imagine like there's an extra in a movie. Like the main characters are like in a park and they're like walking by the lake, and then right behind them, this extra just starts like breakdancing and like jumping into the water. Like that's what she does. Like
exactly. That is such a fucking. We gotta drop you an air. That's such a good analogy of it. That's such a good analogy. Yeah, dude.
The best referees are the ones that you don't know their name.
Exactly, and then because
we used to know their names because they used to announce them, like it was an actual athletic contest. We used to know their names. Now, like the referees in WWE now, I don't, other than Charles Robinson and or anyone else that was around in that era, I don't think I know a single one of their names, and that's good.
Yeah, you know, and like I don't even mind knowing their fucking names. I think Bryce Remsburg's worse than Aubrey Edward, if I can be honest.
I'm not familiar.
Okay, there you go. Maybe I'm wrong just based off that, right?
Yeah.
General consensus there. But I don't know, man. It's just yeah, she puts herself out there, so I mean, anyone who puts himself out there, you have to be willing to take it. And that's why you see me in my comments of the YouTube channel, folks. That's why I respond even to the people talking shit. Not that I'm not interested in debating haters and shit. I'm not interested in doing all that. But what I am interested in doing is at least, well, let's talk about it. And like, you're not going to out troll me. I grew up in troll internet era.
Right.
I'm a fucking troll. You know what I mean? I'll say the troll is shit on Twitter. I don't even have a blue check, you know, and I'll do it.
Right.
Yeah,
well, so. You know, and they like, you know, and the big thing that they were all yelling at me about with Ava Raine, they were like, she's 22. She's 22. Right, so
I saw Brooks Jensen
she's a child.
Didn't Brooks Jensen or someone quote tweet you and say that? Yeah, and go, she's 22 or something.
She's 22 and living her dream. Look, your dream doesn't mean dog shit to me, okay? As a consumer, as the audience, I care about one thing: being entertained. I don't give a shit if it's your dream to be on TV. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Because at the end of the day, these shows are not being created for you to live your dream. They're being created for the audience to enjoy. That is how money is made. I'm sorry, this generation, but it is not about you and your dreams.
Plus, what about Marv's dreams, man? You got dreams of like teaching kids math and like popping
of course,
under beds and closets and shit.
Obviously.